This is the story of a Greek hero who was hated by Hera since his birth. A long time ago, Zeus impregnated Alcmene, who then gave birth to a son, Hercules. This hero was driven to madness by Hera, so he threw his own children into the fire. To punish himself, he went to Delphi to ask where he should live.
Pythia, a priestess of Apollo, said that he shall go to Tiryns and live in servitude to Eurystheus. She said that he shall live there for 12 years and carry out 12 labors for him. Here starts the first labor.
First, Hercules had to kill the terrible Nemean lion. Eurystheus then ordered Hercules to kill the Hydra, a monster with 9 heads, one of which was immortal. As soon as one head was cut off, 2 more grew into its place. A huge crab also came to the aid of the Hydra. Hercules quickly killed this crab and sent for Iolaus, his cousin. Iolaus set fire to a part of the woods and started to burn the stumps off of the heads. Hercules finally cut off the immortal head and buried it in the ground, placing a huge rock over it. Eurystheus did not count this as a task, because Iolaus had helped Hercules. For his third labor, Hercules had to bring Eurystheus the hind of a female red deer from Cyrenia.
Hercules' fourth labor was to capture the Erymanthian boar alive. Every day the boar would attack the men and animals in the countryside, so Hercules chased the boar down and captured it. He brought it back to Eurystheus.
For his fifth task, Hercules was ordered to clean all of King Augeas' stables in one day. Augeas was very rich and owned the most cattle in all of Greece. Hercules made a deal with Augeas that if he finished this task in one day, Hercules would receive 1/10 of all of his cattle. So Hercules made openings in the walls and dug trenches to turn the course of the rivers into the stables. The water flowed through the stables and cleaned them out. This also was not counted as a task because Hercules received payment.
Hercules' sixth task was to drive away an enormous flock of birds near Stymphalos. Athena gave him a bronze katala, which is a noise-making tool, to scare away the birds. Hercules' seventh task was to capture the Cretan bull, which can be found inside of King Minos' labyrinth. Hercules wrestled the bull to the ground.
Hercules' eighth task was to get the man-eating horses of Diomedes and bring them back to Mycenae. He sailed with a band of volunteers to Bastonia and overpowered the horses' owners, making them flee. The Bastonians sent soldiers to recapture the animals, but when he found the Bastonians, Hercules killed them and Diomedes and made the rest flee. He took the mares to Eurystheus. Hercules' ninth task was to bring King Eurystheus the belt of the Queen of the Amazons, who was Hippolyta.
Hercules' 10th labor was to capture the cattle of Geryon. He had to go to the end of the world and convince Geryon to let him take some of his cattle.
Geryon, can I have some of your cattle?
No.
Come here.
It worked.
Hercules' 11th task was to steal the apples of Hesperides, which were kept in the garden at the northern edge of the world. The apples were Hera's wedding gift to Zeus, and they were guarded by Ladon, a 100-headed dragon, and the Hesperides, who were the daughters of Atlas. Hercules went to the end of the world to meet Atlas, who was the Titan who held up the earth. Hercules convinced Atlas to go get the apples for him. When Atlas returned, he tried to convince Hercules to take over his position holding up the earth forever, but Hercules tricked Atlas and stole the apples to bring them back to Eurystheus.
Hercules' final labor was to go down to Hades and ask Pluto if he could take Cerberus with him.
Hades, can I take Cerberus?
You can only have Cerberus if you take him by your brute strength.
Thank you.
After Hercules completed these labors, he was freed from Eurystheus' control. He married Deianira. She gave him a cloak that she had woven herself as a gift, using a balm from a centaur that was claimed to be a love potion, but the balm was actually poison.
When Hercules put on the cloak, his body began to burn with excruciating pain, and decided that he would rather die than endure the pain. The gods decided to save him, and Hera ended her anger at Hercules. He was brought to Mount Olympus to live with the gods. This has been our presentation of Hercules. Thanks for watching.